Hey y'all, welcome back to another volleyball. Oh, sorry. To another volleyball video. Today we're on the sand with Tinky in technicals. Gonna do some passing and some hitting drills.
Hitting drills?
Like,
No! Like boxing? Ah! I could have got that. Ah!
Today was a big volleyball day. I got Tinky and Tech with me to help me practice. I don't know, I guess just passing. It's kind of difficult to practice with them because they don't know as much as I do at this point, even though I don't know that much. It's just, I don't know, especially because we only have 3 people. I don't know any 3-person drills to do. So we ended up just passing over the net over and over, which is great practice. Do not get me wrong. Any touches I can get on the ball throughout the day, I really do value a lot and appreciate, especially if I can have another person to aim the ball at and hit the ball towards. There was a lot of complications playing on this court, so we just said fuck it and went home. And then I came back later to practice alone with the wall.
hey guys, we're back at my favorite wall. And interestingly enough, it's kind of hard to see, but there actually is a group of people over there playing volleyball right now. I would go ask to join them, but that's not the reason I'm here. I already played today. I'm gonna go play tomorrow. Right now, we're just working on the basics. We're gonna continue to do passes on the wall. We're gonna do like 20 minutes of passing and then 20 minutes of service heat. Oh wait, no, I should probably do service too, because I am training to play libero. But at the tournament, the positions are going to be selected randomly. The teams are going to be selected randomly, but also I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to play the position that I want, because I can guarantee you that there's someone at the tournament who knows how to play libero better than I can. So I don't really think I have the first claim to that position, but if I can get it, I will. So let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm starting to fall in love with this wall and with volleyball in general. We're starting off with some standing float serve practice. I'm experimenting with taking more and less steps towards the wall. I realized when we were on the courts earlier, I'm line faulting a lot. I realized when we were on the courts earlier that it is fucking hard to get the ball over the net. I'm not like a weak person. I'm not strong either, but I was shocked at, like, I hit the ball as hard as I could and it just wouldn't go over the net. Especially these outdoor balls are a tad bit heavier than indoor balls, but damn. So I'm trying to give serving more of my time, and I really don't want to waste my time learning how to underhand serve. I could very easily underhand serve every service, but what's the fucking point of that? Obviously, I would love to jump serve, but jump serving is out of my wheelhouse at this moment. Like, it is much too complicated of a technique for me to even dream of doing at this moment. Even though I do try to practice it still, I'm not delusional enough to think that I can properly jump serve at any time soon. Like, that's probably something I'm going to get down in probably like 3 months from now. Hopefully sooner, but hey, we'll see how things go. I'm trying to stay realistic with my expectations for this sport. Don't underestimate volleyball. It's a very, very technical and difficult sport. When people play it, it looks very easy, but that's because they train for hundreds, thousands of hours, tens of thousands of hours to be proficient at their sport, especially because the people I'm watching play are in the Olympics, they're in college sports, they're on club teams. When I watch the middle schoolers and the high schoolers play, I'm like, okay, that looks like a bit more achievable for me. But the way that the Olympic and, you know, club team and all those other people, they play really, really good, but they make it look so easy. But these passes are starting to look easy. Look at my boy go. I'm started off with the shirt already in the mouth. You can see my shoulders are raising up just a little bit. I'm a bit sloppy with my form, but that's why we're here at the wall, okay? Every time I come practice, the form is sloppy when the drills start. But as I start to get into it, I'm focusing more and more on my form, and things start to look tighter. not sure if I watched any guides before I started playing today. I think we got back from playing together, and I think I changed very quickly and just went right back to do drills on the wall. Here, I'm focusing a lot on aiming. I think I'm gonna stop here and, oh yes, I was watching videos. I was watching videos by Eric Shoji. I'll talk about it in just a minute here, but I was trying very hard to move, aim the ball correctly, I think was my biggest concern today. And using proper form. I don't want to lift my shoulders up, and I want to generate energy to add to the ball with my body rather than my arms. I really want to get my legs involved here, even though most of the time you don't have the opportunity to get your legs involved because the ball may be coming at you extremely quickly. I still want to practice the proper form, even though my form might break down during a match because I have to move awkwardly to get to where the ball is, or just things fall apart. But it's important to practice proper form anyway. So I start off with my shirt in my mouth, and I think I keep my shirt in my mouth for the majority of these passes that I'm doing here. Experimenting too with a little bit of follow through. So I'll bring my arms up to about where my chin is, and then I'll carry my arms upward after the ball's already left, just to follow through on the movement sometimes. Not sure which is the best way to keep my hands solid or to follow through. I guess it just matters how much energy the ball has and how much I want to add to it. Felt amazing getting my hands on the ball though. I feel like a lot more of my passes are hitting the platform in the right spot. And there's something about the pain when you hit the ball so many times and your palms are red, your forearms are red. You can feel like your heartbeat in your hands. And it just hurts, but like it feels good at the same time. I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about sports in general that is, I don't know, man, it's beautiful. And if you guys don't play sports, if it doesn't seem like your thing, give it a shot. I don't know, like maybe I'm crazy. I was thinking a lot about this on the way home, and well, I'm recording this after I played at the meetup in the sand courts, and being on the court and just being dead tired, exhausted after like 15-20 minutes of playing, and you're involved in every point and you're running around the court to get as many balls as you can, and you're just out of breath and you're exhausted, but here comes the service and you have to play this point and you have to like dig deep and like get the rest of that energy out of your body because it's there, but you have to convince yourself to go get it. And something about that is, what is it? It's electric. It is passion. It's life. It's like the entirety of your existence magnified in that moment. Somewhat. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is it's really fun when you're tired playing a sport and you have to push beyond your limits, go beyond plus ultra. That's basically what I'm trying to say, but in like a more poetic way, I suppose. And the act of practicing is super fun too. And it's just fun to see, especially making this video, see how much progress I've been making. Like my passes to the wall really aren't anything to write home about at this moment, but they are much better than the passes I was putting up before. I was watching a lot of the older videos, just sort of reminiscing, and holy shit, those passes look like shit. These passes are probably, like I said, not great either, but they are better. The shoulder movement is kind of crazy. And it's also amazing to see there are some moments where I will put up the most beautiful pass. Head down. I'm not looking up at the ball. I'm not raising my hands too high. The ball hits the platform in the correct spot. I'm involving my legs. I'm lifting with my body. And the ball goes exactly where I want it to go. And those moments are just so exciting to see because the progress is being made. And those moments just happen more and more frequently. And I always notice them, especially in the practice too. Like, I don't just notice them on video. I can feel it in my body when a correct pass is made. And I try my best to acknowledge that feeling and remember it. But when you are passing it over and over and over and over again, obviously your form is going to deteriorate the more tired you get. And I was definitely tired. I got closer to the wall as I started to exhaust myself so I could just use my arms. But then my shoulders would get tired. I don't know if it was Marie, but somebody told me that doing short passes to the wall like this is not that helpful because you kind of have to do like panic movements to get to where the ball is and get it back to the wall. But I kind of like doing these because I can get a lot of touches on the ball in a very short amount of time. And I can get used to how it feels to hit my platform in the correct spot. And aiming somewhat. And I'm sort of getting used to the wall and like how much energy I need to add to the ball depending on how it comes back to me from the wall. Now I'm back to being a bit further away. I think here I'm trying to focus a lot more on involving my legs. Oh, that was the time.
So I watched a couple videos of this guy who plays on the American Olympic team. I think his name is Eric Shoji. And I was watching those guys do receives. It looked like they were aiming their palms wherever the ball was. And no matter what, they would just get their palms there, which in hindsight, that makes like too much sense. Like, obviously aim your hands where the ball's gonna be. But like their grips were so loose, I think they were sticking their fingers out. So that really just goes to show me that like the most important part is here, like at your platform. So I'm gonna try my best to aim my hands to meet the ball. I'm not gonna place my fingers like that, but I don't know, it was just cool to see. See, like that got to the net, and I just had to aim. All I had to do was catch where the ball was going.
And it really is true, as long as you get your hands to, okay, Brendan. As long as you get your hands to where the ball is, you can get that ball up. I spend a lot of time overanalyzing things. So I think I made receiving a bit more complicated than it needed to be. But it's nice to learn that it can be a lot more simple. Now, something I want to point out is my footwork here. My stance is very wide, and I'm taking a lot of like jittery, quick steps to just stay on my feet and be agile as the ball is coming to me, getting ready to make a quick movement. I've since changed up my footwork when I'm doing serve receive. I am now trying to keep my legs more shoulder width apart so I can make a quick lateral movement, left or right, and just use less energy. I think I saw a video of someone playing, I think it was high school or college ball, and they had their stance super wide, their arms super wide out, and it just looked really cool. So I tried to emulate that in a way, and I thought that would be a better way to receive balls, which my receives were better. Here's me experimenting with receiving some balls that are coming a bit faster. So I'm throwing them very hard at the wall.
I was actually joking, I didn't think that would work.
That shit looks so funny when people like over exaggerate them taking energy off the ball and they like swing their arms around. And then here goes my last serve receive for the day. Right to the setter.
Perfect pass. And that'll do it for tonight's session. See you at the crib. I don't think I got to finish what I was talking about with the serve receive, but there's so many ideas about volleyball floating around in my head right now. I think what I was trying to say is that I've seen a lot of people have like super wide stances. Not a lot of people, I've seen some people have a super wide stance, even like defensive specialists and like the liberos. Like they'll be here like this. I thought that looked really cool, so I was doing my best to try to emulate that, and it looked like it was working very well for them. But then I saw another video, and this guy was, I think, one of the players for like an Olympic team or like a national team, either for like Germany or Russia or whatever. He was like a highly regarded player. And in that video, he was talking about the best way to receive a ball in his eyes is to make the least amount of movements possible and to relax and just get to the ball. And he was cautioning the fellow he was training to not stand too wide, and he doesn't understand why other people stand so widely, because from a wide stance, if I have a super wide stance, it's harder for me to generate like the proper amount of energy to move to the left or the right. So if I have to move like 3 feet to my right or whatever, however many like steps to my right, it's easier if my feet are together and I can make a quick step. If my feet are apart, then it's harder to get the right amount of power out of that leg because it's already like fully extended almost. You know what I mean? So now my strategy for when I'm playing in the back row is to have my feet closer together, ready to pounce, and I'm keeping my hands up instead of out or like down here. Because if they're down, it takes, if my hands are down, it takes more time to bring them up if I need to like go here or here. But if they're already up, it's no big deal to bring them down. Basically, I want to keep my hands close together before the ball is even hit, so that I don't have to spend time to bring them together. I just have to figure out where I'm going to put them. And I think that might be my new favorite way to receive the ball. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk. I think tomorrow I'll try to hop in the Discord and talk to a bunch of you guys about volleyball and just share some ideas and see what you guys think. And it'll be really interesting, I think, to see what the coaches have to say when I eventually book a private lesson. A lot to learn. A lot of progress has been made, though. I'm very proud of myself. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.